Approved. The WBA does not care that Dmitry Bivol is Russian in the middle of a Russian invasion. They have now sanctioned the Canelo Alvarez versus Bivol fight. This just in. Payday, you want payday, I know that. So, this just in. The WBA, they have just come out and released a statement stating they don't care, and the Canelo versus Bivol fight will be sanctioned despite the pleas from guys like Ukrainians, the Klitschko brothers, Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko. Now, I knew that the WBA was going to approve the fight for a few days now. This information behind the scenes, some of the boxing reporters knew, but Dan Rayfield also reported it. If you need another source, says the WBA boxing has announced that it will sanction Canelo versus Bivol for its light heavyweight title despite objections from Klitschko and others because Bivol is Russian. Hashtag Ukraine war. So first of all, I want to see what you guys think in the comment section. Now, this is not surprising because Canelo seems to get his way in general. Like you look at the WBC, Canelo Alvarez failed for clenbuterol, and then other fighters out of Mexico primarily had recently failed. There was like 5 other fighters, one being the Canelo promotion fighter, Julio Cesar Martinez, and the WBC, another sanctioning body, decided to change the levels of clenbuterol that you can maintain and keep in your system, and they said it was because of the meat supply was contaminated or is contaminated, and you never know what you're going to get in Mexico with the meat. So as a result, they said, you know, to be safe, we're just going to authorize more clenbuterol. Canelo also became the franchise champion, and boxing in general seems to kind of baby Canelo, if I'm being honest. So not surprising that the WBA would side with Canelo. Now, interesting enough, the WBA did make a decision to not allow Russian fighters to come out to their typical ring walks, things like the Russian anthem or Russian flag. And they've actually suspended Russian fighters from the rankings. However, this particular fight, they are making an exception. So the title can exchange hands should Canelo win. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a sports bettor, but I believe Canelo should be the favorite here, right? At least that's in the comment section. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So that is basically the latest news. The WBA, they said they don't care. So despite the Russian-Ukraine conflict and invasion we're still in the process, it's caused gas prices to skyrocket. You've seen boycotts from big brands like HBO, Netflix, Starbucks, McDonald's, and others. The WBA and in the world of boxing, they don't feel like that changes anything, or, you know, I can't really speak. I don't work for the WBA. Whatever reason, they decided that this fight needs to be sanctioned, and it is what it is. Tickets went on sale very close to the date for my liking, and, you know, they can sanction the fight, but I'm still curious as to how many fans and people are going to partake in the fight, right? How many tickets will this sell? What will the live gate be? Will Canelo be able to do his typical live gate numbers? DAZN doesn't really come out with their pay-per-view numbers or their numbers in general. They're just starting pay-per-view. So all that remains a blur and remains a mystery, and we may never know that because DAZN hasn't been very transparent with a lot of things, especially their numbers. So we won't really know, most likely, if the fight is a failure financially or not. But as a fight, could be tricky. Dmitry Bivol's bigger than Canelo. Dmitry Bivol's a champion. He's crafty, pretty stealthy. He boxes well most of the time. I don't think Dmitry Bivol is coming off the greatest performances, and it's just not a big fight in terms of event-wise. I much rather would have seen Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, the PBC offer, especially in America, especially at times of war with the Russia-Ukraine situation, because had you fought Jermall Charlo, had you fought David Benavidez, then there wouldn't be any rulings on if the fight would be sanctioned. There would be no mystery. There would be no boycotts, because in this section of the world, there's no, conflict of that order, just like what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. But I don't make the rules. I just report what's going on. Speaking of reports, I looked at my YouTube reports, my YouTube analytics for the past 30 days, and it showed me something. 50% of the people who listened to my content last month are subscribed. The other 50% have not subscribed. So let's try to get that up. Maybe you didn't know, maybe it slipped your mind. This is your reminder. Sometimes people think they're subscribed to my channel, and then they look at the subscribe and they've been unsubscribed by YouTube. So make sure you guys check, subscribe for all your boxing news. I cover boxing as a sport, the best sport in the world, daily. And you can always find content 24/7. This is your one-stop shop. Back to Canelo versus Bivol. Let me know who you are picking and what you think of this news from the WBA. They're approving the fight, despite resistance from Klitschko and what's going on in the world. Do you think it hurts the fight? Do you think it won't matter? It'll do the same numbers? Drop that in the comment section, and also subscribe as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next videos, Ego signing off. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.